This is part number AFA 108, a 2-bolt rubber bumper. It's a very tough bumper. It's not super soft or anything like a tire, so this can handle a lot of abuse. You can mount these bumpers on any flat surface using 2 bolts. Here's the bolt holes. The dimensions on the length is about 4 3/4. Just a little over. On the width, it's at 2 5/16, and on the height of the bumper is about 2 1/8 of an inch. The diameter of the bolt hole is approximately 9/16, just a little bit over. That's on the back side. So that limits what size fastener you can use to mount these. On the facing side, there is a deep countersink. The depth of the countersink is about 1 5/16 of an inch. The diameter of the countersink is about 1 1/8, just a little bit less. So the idea is to use bolts that are big enough for your application. If it's going to be a vehicle bumper or something like that, I would recommend using a larger bolt, like a 1/2 inch. If it's going to be on a piece of exercise equipment, you can use a 7/16 or 3/8. We do recommend the washers if you're going to be using smaller sizes. For the 1/2 inch diameter bolt, you really don't need a washer. The bolt head is pretty large as it is. The countersink has enough clearance to accept a 3/4 deep socket so that you can tighten the bolt using a socket. Also, if you're going to be reversing the installation and putting a nut on the inside, still no problem. Use the same size socket if you want to mount them that way. These bumpers are not perfectly square. They're actually tapered like so. So that would be square, that would be tapered. That would be square, and that is tapered. The back side of this bumper is flat, so it'll be a nice clean installation on any flat surface. And these can be used on T-bar rows to take a hit, or even on a machine where the resting position of a lever needs to hit a rubber bumper, perhaps reduce noise. But you can also use these things on a whole host of other things, whether it be automotive, or it could be construction, or really any application of hard rubber. So they're not squishy at all, so it can take a beating. In the description below this video, you will see a link directly to this part on our website where you can find out more or even place an order.